And we are live. So what it is, YouTube? It is Don't Play Trent checking in live from the lab. Back at it again with another video here on the little account. Today's video is a little different. As you can see, I am live. We are trading our first trade of the year. So I'm excited, ready to see what the market has to offer this year. And like I said, this year, all year long, we dropping gems. We doing things a little bit different on YouTube. So fuck it, let's go ahead and jump straight into the charts. So, like I said, this is my first $100 account this year that I will be flipping, will be growing, or not. You know, who knows what the market has to show us, what the market has to give. But we just gonna follow our rules, do our same morning routine. So I'm gonna take you guys with me on the charts on my TradeZilla, and let's start the morning routine. So we already on start my day. Today is obviously the Tuesday, January. Oh, I ain't even switch it. My BZ. Alright, so y'all can see. So these are my rules. Pretty much, this is how we gonna start the year off. Let's move this way so you guys can actually see. Put me on this side. Alright, perfect. So let's go ahead and start the day. We're currently watching GJ. What is the market doing? Market is trending up. Had a very strong bullish candle coming from Monday. So we go to Monday. And let's look at Monday's chart. This is Monday's candle. See how Monday pushed up very aggressively, very bullish, very engulfing, right at the Bollinger Bands, right at the 50 moving average. Market found support from Friday and then pushed up. I said this move is Monday's move is Friday's finisher. So you would have had to enter this trade on Friday to pretty much get a good entry or a good trade off of Monday. But anyway, Monday was very bullish, right? So let's look at the weekly. That's pretty much where I stopped before I turned on live. I wanted to start from the beginning so you guys can see everything, how I do my morning routine, how I do my chart down analysis, my thinking process when I'm entering a trade, so on and so forth. So let's delete some stuff. Let's get our charts clean because it looks very all over the place at this moment. So let's start deleting some stuff. Let's delete some lines. Let's continue to delete some lines. And we're pretty much just going to do a quick little whoop-de-whoop on what to expect. So, start from our weekly is pretty much delete all of our lines except our weekly lines. And let's just confirm our levels for this week. So, currently, weekly resistance is sitting at 198.470, which we could possibly move this to 475. So, if you guys have watched my support and resistance videos, you know that I like to be either on the candle, on the open of the candle, or right at the nearest quarter point. And you can see the 475 quarter point is about 5 pips off from the open of the candle, so that's why I have it back at 470. So this level looks valid, this level looks good, weekly resistance. And this basically lets me know that being that we're on an uptrend, right? We're on an uptrend on the overall bullish scale. We came back here, we bottomed out, found support, and we start trending back up. So if my trend is my friend and this is a higher low, well, excuse me, a high, higher low, you have a high, higher low. I deleted it, my bad. So we have a high, higher low, higher high, higher low, high. This looks to possibly be a higher low, looking for what? A higher high. So this is our goal, right? If this was our retest candle, this weekly candle here came back to retest to create the higher low. We're now then searching for the higher high. So at this point, we want to be only looking for buys. We are in a buyer's market. We are in a bullish market. We only want to be looking for buys, but how do we catch the buys? How do we get in at a good price? And that's what we're pretty much going to be focused on. How do we get in at a good price when price is cheap? So weekly is, and let's just write down what we see. Today is Tuesday, so Like I said, weekly is currently bullish. Weekly is currently bullish, coming off. What are we coming off? Looks like higher low forming, coming off a higher low. Looks to be forming after having a pullback previous week. Pullback previous week. And it's basically what I'm saying is this looks like it is creating a higher low after the previous week. This red candle here came back and basically looks like it retested this area. So this looks like it's now creating a higher low to possibly look for a higher high to be created next. So it's currently bullish, coming off a higher low, looks to be forming after a pullback from previous week. So let's look at our daily chart and let's see what we look at. Let's see what we can see on our daily. Daily has found support here in these levels, so let's also mark down our daily levels here. Our most recent daily bullish structure came from this area. Came from this area right here. Previously it was here, but market has went up, came down, retested it, found a higher low, and continued to push up. So this is the most recent price action. So this is where I'm going to be basing my daily support level. Obviously we have to break this level before we can break this level. But this level is going to be more of a reaction because it's the most recent area. Excuse me. So let's find our quarter point, or let's find where the candle opened at. And it looks like the nearest quarter point would be 950. So 154.950-ish. Okay, so it's not going to be at the quarter point. It looks like it's going to be about a couple pips off 58. So daily support 194.58 is our daily support level. And pretty much we have no daily resistance because our weekly resistance right here. So our next level will be basically up here in this area. Obviously we have a level up here that we're going to pay attention to probably on the lower time frames, but as far as the major time frames, our next major level is going to be up here, this weekly resistance 203.250, and this is kind of pretty much where our TP is going to be, somewhere up in here. So we have our daily support. Let's delete this. Got our daily support. Like I said, there is no daily resistance because we have a weekly resistance right here. So as far as our levels, we have our weekly and our daily level set. Let's go to back to here and right on our daily. So what do we see on the daily? Daily has found support at 194.950. Daily. Wait, I need to write daily again. Has found support at 194.958. Also, let's check any fib levels. So our daily fib, which will be our swing low down here. This is the most recent swing low. And this is the most recent high. So price looks like it retraced to our 38 line. So I also want to write that in my daily. Daily fib level retrace. Retrace back to 38 fib level before continuing up. So this just lets me know that price came down to our daily support and our 38. So this is going to be a significant level for us because we have a 38 zone in our daily support that was created. that price may have came back to. So this is our swing low, this is our swing high. And let's delete it. Just delete our lines at this moment. And do we see anything else on the daily chart? I don't really pretty much see anything else on the daily chart that we can that we can add to our daily levels. Let's see if we can find anything. Also, as we can see, this is another confluence area. Look at our Bollinger Bands right at our daily support level, also at our 38. So we can also say found support at middle daily Bollinger Bands. Also found support at middle Bollinger Bands, in daily chart. So I'm pretty much just writing down everything that I see. I'm doing my top-down analysis, so anything that I spot, anything that I see, I want to make sure I write it down on its appropriate time frame to let me know how strong of a move or level this is. But like I said, with this retracing, this daily candle right here, retracing back down to the 38. Let's also check the TP area for this. So according to the fib, if this fib is valid, our TP area is going to be somewhere here. First TP area is going to be the 27%. And let's see if this is at a major quarter point, or we can make this to the nearest major quarter point. And it looks like 900. So 201, 900 is going to be the TP area for this fib. So daily fib TP area is 201.900. 201.900. So basically, if I'm in a buy, if I'm looking for my buys, I know that my TP area, or where I'm looking to take profit, get out at, is going to be 201.900 according to my fib. So if I'm following my fib and this fib is valid, I'm going to be looking to take profit at this area. Now, if price is continuing to be bullish, let's also color coordinate this and label it as take profit area. If price just breaks through this area, then I'm probably going to let this run to our weekly resistance level or to our TP area here, 60. So TP1 is here, 61 is the next TP area, according to the fib. Nearest quarter point in this area, 205.275. So this is TP area 2, take profit 2, somewhere in this range. So we have our daily levels. Everything on our daily is pretty much figured out. Let's delete this daily fib. And let's drop down to our 4 hour to find any of our slowdown areas, any areas that we could possibly take interest in or get into. So any levels. Looks like we have a level down here. And basically I'm looking for levels that have the most confluence. So this level here, I want to kind of get right in the middle. Whenever I'm looking for my 4 hour zone, I want to get right into the level of the most recent price action, or where price kind of consolidated at, and I want to kind of get right in the middle or at the nearest QP area. So let's do 193.100. So somewhere in this area, or let's do 50. Yeah, let's try the 50, and I'll show you why I'm choosing the 50 QP. And let's color coordinate this as 4 hour zone. And it's just because the 193.150 lines up perfectly in the middle with this pretty much noise zone area here. So this zone area, how price kept touching this area before making its move, comes right back in here on this side. Touch this area before making its move. I don't know why my cursor is not on. Let me see. So I gotta figure that out, right? How do I find my cursor on? See if I can find it in my settings. 1 second, guys. Technical difficulties. I don't know why my cursor is not showing. That's weird as hell. Preview. Yeah, so for whatever reason, my cursor is not showing on. Yeah, so I just leave it like this. I guess you guys can see that, and I'll fix that. I'll fix that at another time because I also need to get prepared for the before our entry. So, like I said, our 4-hour zone, found a 4-hour zone down here at 193.150. So, I guess we don't need to write 193.150. We don't need to write that we found it there because it's showing right there that we found it there. Anything else that we can identify on the 4-hour chart. So we're kind of heading towards our red Bollinger Bands. Also found support right here at the middle Bollinger Bands as well. So we can say found support, middle Bollinger Bands 194.158, which is our daily support area. Found support at middle Bollinger Bands on 4-hour chart. Okay, now let's look for our entry levels. So whenever I'm determining my entry, excuse me, whenever I'm determining my entry, I usually start from our 4-hour. So my 4-hour is where I'm basically identifying being my sniper, right? Where is my entry level? Where am I looking to get in? So, what I want to do now is finish our 4-hour chart markdown, see if we find any other levels. I pretty much don't see any at the moment. 4-hour zone here, pretty much every level is now within a day trade move. So this is about 300 pips from here. If price breaks this level, then I'm going to be looking to take it up here in this area. So that'll be my move, right? So I really don't see anything on. We have our 4-hour zone, but I really don't see anything. Let's look for our fibs level. So basically, I want to start from my most recent high. Excuse me, my most recent low, which is this was going to be my swing low, and this is going to, it looks like where price is starting to bottom out at. And actually, this particular fib, this is my 4-hour fib, because this is the most recent move. This is my most recent swing move. This is where I'm going to grab my fib at. Price has already pulled back. See, I can't grab it from here because price has already pushed up, retraced, and started to push up again. Retraced back at the 61, which is where our entry would have been, started to push back up. So I need to now create a new fib or move on to the next level, which is this level here. So price now come and bottomed out here. I am going to drag it to the high, which is here. As of right now, this is here. Now our job is to sit here and wait for price to pull back. So what is my trade bias for the day? I'm looking for, obviously, buys. So we're going to write price is very bullish, looking for buy opportunities, OPPORT, price is very bullish, looking for buy opportunities. I will take a sell if the sell presents itself. So I would take a sell. I would take a sell to a fib level to catch the overall bullish. I feel like I spelled that wrong. Overall bullish move. So obviously my goal is to catch the most bullish move. My goal is to catch a buy. But if I do not catch a buy, or if the buy doesn't present itself at the right time, then I will take a sell. And this is pretty much what I'm looking for. I am waiting. So according to my fibs is where I'm pretty much living and dying off of right now as far as my entry. I have to wait for price to get cheap because price pretty much pushed up from previous day. Price made a strong bullish move the previous day, so I need to write that in my notes that price made a strong bullish move yesterday, and I would like to wait for price to get cheap before continuing to buy again. And basically what I'm saying here is price is too high for me in this area. Being that price came off the very bullish area, pretty much did not make no retest yet. I would like to wait for price to get cheap. Price is too high for me right now. Price is way at the top. So me buying up here is not an ideal trade or not a ideal entry as far as my risk to reward or a quality trade. So me knowing this, I would like to wait for price to get cheap. How do I do that? I have to wait for price to pull back to one of my levels. So I need to wait until price pulls back. Price pulls back and finds support at one of my fib levels on my 4-hour chart. So back to the charts, trade idea. My entry is going to come either from here, this 23, and we're going to mark that purple because that's how I like it to look. First entry will be here. Second, well, entry opportunity. First entry opportunity will be here at the 23, pretty much 197.300 if we wanted to make this a quarter point. Yeah, 197.300 is the quarter point. So that's just opportunity number one. Opportunity number two comes at the 38. 196 looks like 700. The next quarter point. We're also going to change that to be yellow. So this is our 38. Opportunity number 3 is going to come here at the 50. We're going to also label this green. At the nearest quarter point, 225. And this is going to be green. And I'll just write 50. And I'm also going to label the other ones as well. So this is our 50 right here at the 225. And then entry opportunity number 4 is going to be here at the 61. And we'll make this at the nearest quarter point, 750. 61, yep, 750. And let's write 61, and let's label that as well. So this is my trade idea, 61. We have the 50. We have the 38. Because price is going to, I'm not going to say going to, but price has a higher probability to respect these fib levels. And let's label the 23 as 23. So we have all of our fib levels, aka we have all of our entry opportunities, right? I'm not going to take an entry unless price presents itself to one of these levels. So let's delete our fib level because we know where we at on the fibs. And these are pretty much our important lines, right? I am waiting for price to get to these levels. So let's also, on the 5-minute chart, let's also write alerts on every single one of them. So we got alert on this chart. alert on this one, alert on this one, and alert on this one. So I pretty much put alerts at each one of my lines. Let's go back to my trade idea. So trade idea, price is very bullish, looking for buy opportunities. I would like to take a sell to, I would take a sell to a fib level to catch the overall bullish move. Price made to catch the overall bullish move. Price made a strong bullish move yesterday, and I would like to wait for price to get cheap before continuing to buy again. I need to wait until price pulls back and find support at one of my fib levels on my 4-hour chart. So I've gotten my fib levels off of my 4-hour chart. So 23 to 38 to 50 to 61 all lines up with my 4-hour chart. I need to wait till price starts to find support at one of these levels on my lower time frames, either my 5-minute, 15-minute, a 30-minute. And I'm looking for a bullish reaction once it gets to one of these levels. Ideally, I want to catch my trade at this 61. The 61 is kind of like the ideal golden zone for catching a trade on the fib. The 50 and the 61 level is where I'm looking to take my entry, where I would like to take my entry in a sense, where I would like to take my entry. So I would like to take my entry somewhere down here, right at my 61, which also is confluent with this level over here in the past. So if we look to the left, look at this price finding support. One at this level. So this is our first level of support here. Price finds it again right here. Price finds it again right here. Price comes back into this zone. So this zone is where price is finding support. And as you can see, this last push off here, price comes back down, wicks into this area, and then continues to push up. So this area is going to make a ton of, this area just confirms a ton of interest in this area, which is why I will look for my buy somewhere in this area. So that is pretty much my trade idea so far. So it's currently 8 a.m. Let's do our 8 a.m. check-in. So let's go to the 1-hour chart and let's check in. Price is pretty much steady. Where's my phone? I would like to see the strength. Let me grab my phone real quick. Okay, so so it looks like the bullish structure right now in the 1 hour is currently, see y'all a little bit more. So it looks like right now we are currently in down structure. Right here with price making a high, comes back, makes a low, makes a lower high, lower low. So with this shift of structure right now, we're now in seller structure. Ideally, I could take a trade. This would be in not necessarily a high quality trade, but it is a trade idea that I could potentially take, because I did say that I could take a sell. If I was to take a sell, it'd be back down to a fib level after structure changes. So structure has already shifted. As you can see, we are clearly in buy structure. Once we found the high up here, price comes down to make a lower high, then comes up. No, price makes a low, price makes a low here, comes back up, makes a lower high, comes back down to make a lower low. This is the shift of structure. We have a high, we have a low, we have a lower high, we have a lower low, right? So now this is the trend. Price has now shifted trends. This is what I would like for price to do. Shift all the way down to our 61 and then shoot up. This is like the ugliest trend. But like I said, this is the ideal buy entry for me. If I wanted to take a sell, to me the sell is just not worth taking. That's kind of like chasing it, me trading against the trend, and also it's just not a high probability risk to reward trade, because I usually like to risk no more than 20 pips. So like I said, this would be basically a decent trade to take this trade from here. And like I said, it would not be bad. Like I wouldn't be, because price, to me, price is considered high. This is why I can't get into buy up here, because I feel like price is high, which is why I could see the sellers coming in to kind of take over this area. The only thing is, I don't know where price is going to flip the switch at, right? Because I can take a trade from here to here to the 23, and price finds support at the 23, and then continue to take off, and continue to take off for the buy. So it's really not, for risk to reward, it's really not worth it. Like the only way this trade would be worth it if we take price all the way back down to the 61. But the point and the goal is, why take a trade that's like, why take the unnecessary trade, right? Even take the risk. I want to take the highest quality trades. Not saying that this is a low quality trade. It's just not worth the risk at this moment in time, starting fresh off the $100 account. So we starting fresh on the $100 account, which also, let me bring up and show you guys as well. Switch to live. And server is going to be Osprey FX. And so my broker that I'm using right now is Osprey FX. Osprey FX, which is the broker that I trust. Which they've been a very good broker to me. So I'll leave a link for Osprey in the description if you guys are out here searching for a broker. If you guys are having problems with your current broker, I pretty much have had no problems with Osprey up until this point. They're pretty much good with my withdrawals, and they do affiliate marketing. So, they will pay you if people uses your link. So like I said, you guys use my link. You guys need help, just because I'm the one putting you on to Osprey, so don't hesitate to use my link, sign up, and help a brother out. So you can see the balance here is $100. So this is trading account 438616. That's the trading account, and let's wait and see what happens. So like I said, with this price now switching from breaking this support level, this is now support turn resistance. So we can make this a random line. Random line basically is letting me know that there's a small support or resistance level here at this area, at this level, which is where price looks like it is rejecting from this support now turn resistance. Like I said, this would not be a bad trade if I wanted to take a sell. If I had more equity in this account, or once I get more equity in this account, then I can start taking trades like this, in a sense that they are not the highest quality trade, but they're also not bad trades to take if I wanted to catch both sides. But like I said, at this point in time, I'm just trying to compound and build this account up to give me some room, to give me some leverage to take, to not be afraid to pull the trigger. Like I said, the only reason I'm not taking this trade is because I don't have enough. I need to take the ideal, most highest quality trade. So we'll wait and see if price does. Let's just say price do break this level, and price just continues up from here at this point. Then I'll wait until price obviously structure breaks, meaning we have to come make a high, lower high to get back in. So ideally, if I do not catch a trade somewhere down in this area, I need to wait for price to break my weekly resistance, which is my next major zone, and then come back and retest it, and then I will look for a trade here, right? And let's also take a screenshot And let's just take a screenshot of the markets right now and how markets look. Let me move this out of the way, and let's also move this out of the way. And this is pretty much what we see right now at 8:20 a.m. Let's also check to see if there's any news coming out, something that we did not do yet. Screenshot. So let's download image. Yeah, I was supposed to check the strength. So let's see the strength for GBP. And pretty much no strength for either of them right now. Trying to see if my phone is even. I feel like the market is checking on currency heat wave, but it looks like the market is not. Oh yeah, it is live. Okay, so this is basically the strength. Let's go back. Okay, so we see JPY is at like a 5, and then GBP is at like a 3. So GBP is kind of weak, which I'll write GBP is at a 3.5. 0.5. JPY is at a 5.2. 5.2. And I'll put the at time. It is now 8:22. 8:22 a.m. So we have not taken an execution on the entry, execution on the sell. 8 a.m. check-in, pretty much did top down analysis. Did top down analysis, waiting for market to set up for ideal entry. Thought about taking a sell, but don't want to sell against trend, and also risk reward wasn't there. Like I said, we could have taken a sell. Where is my? Let's go back to my downloaded notes, because let me go ahead and place the at 8:20 a.m. hour chart. So this is our first screenshot of the year right now. And I have my fib levels. Like I said, I'm pretty much waiting for price to get to one of these fib levels to then take a buy. As far as the risk reward ratio, so ideally, if price comes back to 38 again, our TP1 is going to be here at the weekly resistance level. First TP is going to be at the weekly resistance level. It's just a matter of where we're going to get it in at. We're going to get in at the 50, or we're going to get in at the 61. Like I said, ideally, I would like for price to come all the way back down to our 61 area and 61. And then this will be a 271 pip move, ideally, right? But we're just going to wait and see. Like I said, we're going to then drop on to the lower time frames, the 5, 15 minutes. If and when price gets to these levels, I am looking for some type of bullish candle, bullish reaction, bullish engulfing. I'm looking for some type of strong rejection candles near those levels for me to go ahead and take the buy. But that is pretty much our top down analysis for today. So obviously we're going to follow our trades. We're doing a little account strategy. Trade has to have a stop loss, right? We already know our max loss per day, and we have no more than 3 attempts. So we basically have, with this $100 account, we're going to be looking for, each trade is going to be about between $20 to $30 that we take. So with this $100 account, we pretty much have 3 tries, 3 entries to find us an ideal entry. So we have 3 times to find us an ideal entry before we pretty much blow the $100 account. This is why I said it's really not worth me taking the sell in this area, because I only got 3 bullets in a sense. I only got 3 bullets, so I want to use those those trades wisely. I want to take the most ideal trade. Even if I lose a trade, as long as I was in on the right trend, as long as I was in at my right area, I would not be mad at myself. With my stop loss being so tight, my entry has to be ideal. And then my stop loss has to be tight because GJ is such a sporadic ass pair that it can come down, drop and do. It can come down, drop 40 pips, take me out, and then continue my direction within one candle, right? So I need to be aware and see, like, hey, I'm kind of knowing from me back testing that this pair will do some sporadic shit anytime that it just drop 40, 50 pips, take you out, and then go in your direction. So even if it does take me out, and I identify that this is just a maybe I call them freaky weaky candles. This is just a freaky weaky candle. Get back in. So it lets me know that I pretty much have 3 attempts. On the first attempt, it didn't work. Let me try it again on the second attempt. If it doesn't work, a third attempt doesn't work, then I'm done for the day. No more than 3 attempts. Really 2. But if I'm like really itchy, 3. And I should lose no more than $100. So this is the little account. Beginning of the year. This is us at our finest. We still ain't even checked the news, which we should have did before. I need to probably add that to. I thought I had it on here. Yeah, I'll add that to my template. And yeah, I'll just go back and add it. As far as the news, but let's see if USD has any news. January 7th, pretty much no news. CPI data for Europe came out at 5, better than expected. So USD has some high news coming out at 8:30 in 1 minute. So about to have some high news come out. Balance of trade for the month of November. This could probably get a spike or reaction. And this from this news candle, we also have Jolt's job openings at 10 a.m. So it's something else to look out for as well. And it looks like we have a lot more news coming at 10 a.m. as well, and 11:30. Even though it's low impact news, news is news. But what we want to pay attention to and be aware of is the high news. So we have the high news coming out at 50 seconds, and then more high news coming out at 10 a.m. So I am kind of anticipating. Well, I'm not anticipating anything. I'm just going to pretty much wait and watch. Well, I would like for some negative news to come down, some negative news to come out, so it can possibly drop this price to get a little bit cheaper, so I can continue in on the buy opportunity. Simple as that. So, anything else? Let's wait till this news comes out. We'll see how the market reacts to this news. And that is pretty much my trade setup on the day. So, or trade setup for today. If I don't find a trade, then I guess I'm not done with my day, right? Let's go back and see this news. So, better than expected as far as the CAD news. Balance of trade comes out negative, worse than expected. And still waiting on this news. So they're still basically calculating, but it looks like price comes back negative for the high news. Let's pay attention to the dollar itself. I really don't have the dollar marked up. I need to go back and redo it, but let me just take an overall glimpse of the dollar as well. Dollar is bullish, currently retracing. Looks like it has found a little bit of support. Could possibly make a higher low to continue up to make a higher high. Who knows? Also, let's look at UJ. UJ is currently at a daily resistance level. Looks like it's possibly pushing back. And the reason why I'm following the dollar USD, because this is a USD pair. The dollar obviously is the dollar, and then UJ is USD, and then GJ is in correlation with the dollar and USD JPY. So GBP and the dollar is kind of in correlation with each other against the Japanese yen. So this is why I kind of only trade UJ, GJ, Euro, JPY, everything against the yen. And also I look at the dollar to gauge whether I'm, buying or selling. So the dollar is going to be the most significant dominant as far as currency, and whatever the dollar is doing is going to give me an idea of what I should be doing next on GBP JPY. So like I said, at this moment, price looks like it's pushing up. Pretty much nothing we can do. I'm also going to put an alert here on the 5-minute chart as well at this weekly support. So we have alerts on everything. We won't miss anything. And at this point, we're kind of in the middle. So we can't do anything but wait. So it's Don't Play Trent with our first live of the year, our first trade. I have not taken our first trade of the year, but we are on a $100 account, and we're gonna see what we can get this damn $100 account up to. My hair is looking ridiculous. I need to call my boy Ken or Soup, one of them boys, to come fix me up. But at this moment, we pretty much gonna wait and see what the market is gonna do. I'm not gonna stay on here and talk to you guys too much longer. I will update you guys though, so I will be dropping another video on my entry when I take an entry on, or wins and losses. So this ideal and goal of this channel is to be 100% transparent this year. Win, lose, show you guys the possibilities of starting with $100. So what actually can $100 do? We already got our $100 deposited, and we're gonna try to grow that motherfucker, right? So like I said, price is pretty much dancing still in the middle. We can't do nothing at this point. So I'm gonna be logging off. I ain't gonna stay here and watch y'all watch me breathe. It's currently 8:33, so I'm gonna log off, and I will drop another video on the trade, if I was able to take a trade, the trade idea itself, and pretty much what happens with this whole trade idea. So let me go ahead and jump off of here, and I'm gonna see y'all on the next video. Don't forget to subscribe, like this video, comment, and if you guys learned something, if I was able to help you guys, anything, give me some type of feedback. So until next time, it's your boy Don't Play Trent. I am checking out, and I will see you guys on the next video.